Hi, I'm Aiden. I'm 17. I go to FlexTech, and this is my project showcase for art. The project I did was a memory assemblage, and my memory assemblage was my vacation that I went on in August. We went up north, not all the way up north though, just by Lake Michigan, and we did a bunch of stuff, and all the stuff that we did is on this t-shirt. My biggest takeaway from this project was being actually proud of my own artwork. I've never been the best with art, so for me to be proud of my work is really cool for me.
Hello, I'm Brandon Dingman, and welcome to my Project Showcase presentation. Today, I'm going to talk to you about my project for civics, which was a project called Rock the Vote. This project was creating a mock election inside the school and following through with the process of an election. This project took place from October to December, and it was a group project. We had many different roles for this project, like president, activist, media director, journalist, etc. Everyone worked with at least one candidate until we got past the primary election. Then we formed campaign teams. The overall goal of this project was to see the process of elections firsthand and learn along the way. The end goal was getting a presidential candidate into school office. I actually got to take part in this project as a presidential candidate, which was really awesome. I got to show my ideas how to improve the school and show my ability to help the students of FlexTech. My perspectives towards teamwork changed during this project because I got to see how important it was to work with others that had better abilities than me in certain areas. But from all of this, I learned that hard work equals some amazing end results. This project taught me that there is constant room for improvement, and by improving yourself, you can better yourself and those around you. I'm Brandon Dingman, and thanks for watching.
Hi, my name is Jason. I'm a junior, and I'll be talking about my Hot Wheels project for STEM. We raced cars to see what cars were the fastest, and took data from that and made a design for what model of a car we think is fastest. This is the data from the cars we raced. We had to create a custom car, what we thought was the fastest, and this is what I came up with.
Hi everyone, my name is Justin, and I'm going to be presenting my project for Miss McNamara's Never Trust an Atom mask. So the element I chose for this project was arsenic. Don't really know why I chose arsenic. I don't know, it's just an interesting element to me, I guess. The first thing you probably notice is the 43,000, really big 43,000, and that is there because that is the approximate number of lives that arsenic takes every year due to arsenic poisoning, and that doesn't even count for the lives that are taken by cancer, which is symbolized by this ribbon down here. Because if you are poisoned by arsenic, you have a much greater chance of getting cancer.
And so I came across an idea that I really liked, which was more counseling and social work in schools, because I know that's something that's helped me out personally. Students spend a lot of time in school, and having a stronger support system in place for them can make a big impact. So I've learned that being supported in school is equally as important as being supported outside of school through my own mental health journey. So going through the steps, I did some initial research on what made suicide a public health issue and what the numbers were looking like. So some things I learned that were the numbers are only getting higher in teen suicide attempts as the years go on. And I learned that just with personal experiences, it's better to treat the root of the problem than just a symptom. A challenge I faced doing this project was trying to completely solve suicide with one overall solution instead of just taking it into smaller chunks.
My name is Nick. I'm 17 years old and in my senior year of high school. Some of my hobbies are working on cars and riding bikes. What I like to do most in my spare time is to be with my family. What did I do? My project is a descriptive video on the city of Detroit. This project is for Spanish 2. The project is about the city of Detroit and the things you can do there, as well as comparisons to other cities. In this project, I used the combinations of words learned this year and last year, as well as phrases to give a detailed description of a city and to compare it to another. In this Spanish course, we learned descriptive vocabulary and phrases that enabled us to use the new vocabulary learned, in turn making us able to describe things in Spanish as well as compare one another. In this project, I learned how to describe things like cities, states, and all kinds of places in Spanish. I was surprised how the project seemed very simple but was challenging at the same time. The most difficult part is being able to speak fluently with no faults, whereas just one can mess up the whole presentation, it seems.
Hello, I'm Ray. For Project Showcase, I'm presenting my sketchbook collage from art. In this project, we each made a collage of things we found beautiful on the front of our sketchbooks. We worked on them all through September. My collage consists mainly of images that represent bands I like, as well as lyrics from some of my favorite songs. I love music, so I wanted to illustrate that on my sketchbook. To make this collage, I first cut out some images I printed, drew a few pictures, and wrote out my favorite song lyrics. I also spent about 2 hours cutting out tiny stars to fill up the empty spaces. Then, I determined where everything would go and used Mod Podge to secure it to the page. Through this project, I learned that most of what I find aesthetically pleasing is difficult to draw or print, so much of my collage is visual representations of things I like to listen to. The hardest part of this project was figuring out how to place everything on the page. At first I thought I didn't have enough things to cover the background, then I had too many, but eventually I was able to place everything in a way that I like.
Hi, my name is Vivian. I'm in the culinary course here at FlexTech. I'm a 10th grader, and for this project we were tasked to make a white sauce. I'm making fettuccine. We have learned through our cooking class that using one of these bad boys, if I can open it, a scale, this one's kind of tiny, but using a scale is much more accurate than using an actual measuring cup. So I like to weigh things unless it's liquid, then you can use a liquid measuring cup. There is a difference between this kind of measuring cup and one of the little scoopy measuring cups. The scoops are for solids and liquids are for the liquid one. Our first step is to add our butter and our garlic. I'm letting our butter melt. Now that our butter has been in for about 2 minutes, making sure it doesn't burn, I'm stirring it up. And now I'm going to stir in our heavy cream. Now that I've let the cream reduce a little bit in there, I am going to be adding my cheese. The hardest part about this was actually getting the courage to do it. I have a little bit of stage fright when it comes to the kitchen. I'm very afraid of messing up or lighting something on fire, or just in general not doing good, not making good food. So I'm really proud of myself for actually getting in here and cooking something.
My project that I selected was from Spanish. It was an About Me project. It was something where I was to type a paragraph out, basically explaining some stuff about myself. And the main question was, who am I? So what I did, I basically took a paragraph of just typing out things about myself, making sure they were in full sentences, and then took the main details about myself from that paragraph and turned it into a puzzle. Now, I was not able to woodcut this in time, so what I did was just put the template on and showed that to you guys.
Hi, I'm Lydia Ellis. I'm a senior and I'm new to FlexTech this year. My project is an essay analyzing the role of blame in the memoir A Long Way Gone by Ishmael Bey. I wrote this essay for Miss Stepp's World Literature class for my first ELA project of the year. The end goal was to decide who is to blame for the violence of Sierra Leone's civil war. I learned that there are always many sides to a story and you can't just look through one lens. Even if it's not perfect, I've learned to just write it down and go back to revise if I need it with fresh eyes. I improved by taking the advice of great writers like Miss Stepp and Miss Lyman. They both told me that getting down your thoughts is important even if it's nowhere near perfect. This project made me really interested in learning about the daily lives of people in other countries around the world. There's many places where life may be similar to life in the US, but there's even more places that have drastically different cultures. Not only do other countries have different cultures, they have immense struggles that can be hidden from the rest of the world if we don't listen to the survivors of the events. It's very easy to go on with your day-to-day life with not caring about things outside of your own bubble, but it's important that we pay attention to the hardships others are facing so that we can try and help in any way we can. Just like the Holocaust was hidden from the world, other genocides, wars, and humanitarian crises can be hidden, and victims' voices silenced.